Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another video live well, here on the channel. My name is Tyler, and I am so happy to do this. I was just inspired to do this because it was so much fun when I did it. I just was inspired to do it, and plus, yeah, it's just fun. So, what went down on Monday Night Raw last night? Well, let's get into it. Let's go. We begin with a recap of what happened on Saturday at the Elimination Chamber premium live event because I don't have to pay for it. I just had to click it. So it's the premium live event. Sami Zayn was unfortunately unsuccessful with his opportunities, and that's they just had to recap that. Why is this important? Well, this is important simply because Sami Zayn kicked off Raw in Ottawa, Canada. I don't know what province Ottawa's in. I don't really want to, I think it's Alberta. I don't know. I know it's in one of the provinces of Canada. Sami Zayn kicked off Raw in his home country and thanked the fans. And then swore that he didn't swear, but he swore that he would take down the bloodline. He would take them down. So then he calls out his buddy Kevin Owens. If you guys have not been following, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have not been the best of friends for the past couple months. And Kevin Owens was not so happy to see, was not ready to quite forgive Sami. The only reason Kevin Owens came out to help Sami Zayn on Saturday, according to him, was because he didn't want Sami Zayn's parents to see uh, go through what his parents went through when he battled Roman Reigns. Does that make sense? So Kevin Owens really didn't do it for Sami. I have a funny feeling, though, that we're planting the seeds for a possible reunion. When that'll happen, I don't know. Hopefully before WrestleMania. Anyway, right after that, Sami Zayn was getting ready to leave. Baron Corbin attacked him right before commercial break. It was one of those things where it was just perfect timing. It's almost like they planned these things. Baron Corbin attacks Sami Zayn. Um, then we come back from commercial break, and Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin are having a match because last week, which I didn't cover, last week Baron Corbin was interrupted by Sami Zayn, and Baron Corbin thought it would be a really good idea to have retribution. Now, do you see how all of these stories seem to fit really well from last week to this week? That's what good storytelling is. Speaking of the match, Baron Corbin versus Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn wins with the haluva kick, basically kicking his teeth in. Then we have Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio, or Condom, as they call him. I don't like that phrase. Ugh, that does not sound right. Convict Dominic, not condom, because that really sounds terrible. Dominic was acting like all hard ass, like even though I only went to lock up for like 24 hours, and I was in county, I'm still the toughest of the tough, and I'm the greatest of the great. Yeah, yeah, okay, okay, boo. So then Dominic basically said, "Hey, I understand my father, who I don't like, my quote deadbeat dad, has a match this Friday. Maybe I'll pay him a visit." Uh-oh, that can't end well. I guess we'll see where this goes on Friday. Then we have a really random match that for some reason I don't remember having, or I don't remember like the start of it. like what led up to it, but it's Dolph Ziggler versus um, Mustafa Ali. Now, Dolph Ziggler and Mustafa Ali, from what I understand, used to be friends. Then Dolph wanted some championship opportunities. Mustafa wasn't happy about it. And now, apparently, they are in some sort of weird random feud. Okay. I wonder if this was one of those cases of, hey, let's put Superstar on so he can legitimize his paycheck. Okay. I don't really know it. Shockingly, Mustafa Ali won. I think it was because of a surprise roll up. I can't really remember the match. Wasn't very memorable. Which, sorry guys. Sure, it was good, but I don't remember. Then we had an interview with The Miz and Maurice. Maurice is The Miz's wife. For those that may not know, The Miz is perhaps, honestly, one of the greatest heels in wrestling today. At just the way he delivers things. Rich, arrogant, pompous prude. So Miz, basically wanted to find out how, like, apparently it was his wedding anniversary. So the Miz and Maurice, the Maurice delivered Miz across, like came all the way to Canada and gave him a gift. What that gift is, I don't know. We'll find out next week. Then The Miz decided to insult Seth Rollins, who's his wrestling opponent tonight. And we'll find out later that Seth Rollins did not take that too well, obviously. Then we have Cody Rhodes. I know this is literally how fast it felt like Raw was going. So my speed is currently the speed of Raw. Holy shit. Then we have Cody Rhodes coming out to conduct a promo. Paul Heyman then comes out on the video screen, who is the manager of Roman Reigns, or the special counsel to Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman basically insults Cody's, father, Cody's lineage, says that Cody has no chance of beating Roman Reigns, and then goes like old school cold. Let's just say you do win, Cody. Who's going to um keep your wife warm on these cold winter nights? Paul Heyman says Roman Reigns is a happily married man. But I'm not. Which, oof, dog. Oof. Just like that's a massive oof, my dog. So Cody basically says, Roman, don't ever send Paul here again. But you and I will meet up eventually, and I'm going to basically kick your ass. I personally can't wait. I think this is some of the best storytelling in wrestling. Heck, it might be some of the best storytelling on TV, to be honest. Woo! Then we get a random match. Asuka versus Nikki Cross. Women's match right after commercial break. It was a back and forth affair, kind of fun. Asuka did some cool moves, Nikki did some cool moves, but while right before the match, like as soon as the bell rang, ding ding ding, the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair, who Asuka will face at WrestleMania, came out to watch. Then then we have probably I don't know how long of a match, but it was such a fast-paced, good match. Asuka locks in a submission. Asuka wins. Asuka and Bianca then stare at each other, and Bianca apparently looks afraid, according to Corey Graves, who is one of the announcers. I don't know if she's afraid, but oh my god, it's gonna be good. Oh my god, WrestleMania, oh my god! Then we have another female wrestler named Carmella, who happens to be the gentleman I spoke of earlier, Corey Graves' wife, basically having an interview. She's all mad that Asuka showed her up at the premium live event and has decided to do something stupid. Pick a fight with Asuka, who just made someone else tap out and who made you tap out on Saturday. Okay, Boo. That's what makes sense. Okay, Carmella. But, that's Carmella's character. She's the greatest thing. She's tough. She's fearless. She's not a superhero, but she's fearless and tough. Okay, Carmella. Next week, when you face Asuka, guess what, Boo? It'll be fun to watch you listen to you scream again. Then Seth, uh, then Seth Rollins was caught up with an interview by the same reporter that was interviewing Carmella, and Seth was really happy, like really, really happy. Why? Because he gets to destroy someone later, and then he gets to he challenges. He gets to take on Logan Paul at WrestleMania. I really think that's where that's going. And quite frankly, if you've seen what Logan Paul can do in the ring, whether you love him or hate him, I mean, damn. Logan Paul, good luck, bro. But I kind of want Seth to win. Full disclosure, The Miz, during his interview, forgot to mention this, stated he, in a turnabout way, was the reason why Seth Rollins lost the pay-per-view because Logan Paul gave him a curb stomp. And so Seth Rollins has said that he is going to destroy The Miz. So that match happens, and Seth Rollins literally does destroy The Miz. Beats him up for a bit. Miz does his thing. Seth beats him up some more. Amazing counters and just fun activities and just a great match. The Miz wins. Or, excuse me, Seth Rollins wins. My bad. Seth Rollins wins. And then Chelsea Green, who is playing perhaps one of my favorite characters on Raw, the Karen character. Excuse me, I want to speak to the manager because, those people. So she's now mad that she was not she accidentally was taken to the wrong city. And this week was legit in my opinion. This week was like, well, yeah, I would act like a Karen too because I was literally flown to the wrong city. And she got mad because, and I think this one was legit. A couple weeks ago when she was asking for specialized chocolates, that was not legit, Chelsea. You're just being a bitch. Thus, being flown to the wrong city, yes, you have every right to act like a Karen. This needs to be fixed. So apparently, she's just going to stay in Grand Rapids, Michigan for their Michigan event next week. And then, after that fun segment, we get what is called Ding Dong Hello, which is basically a talk show hosted by Bayley, who basically invited her friends to talk on Ding Dong Hello because nobody else wants to talk to her. So Bayley called them her friends, who are the current WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the greatest tag team champions ever. Bold statement. Dudley Boys might be able to, argue that. Usos might be able to argue that. Here's the difference, though. When Becky Lynch then came out, who's Bayley's arch rival, interrupted and said, "How can you guys call yourselves the greatest champions ever, considering you've never defended those titles? You haven't defended those titles in a while. At least when the Usos have their titles, they're calling themselves the greatest because they defend them all the time. I can't remember the last time the women's tag team championships were defended. Yeah. So then WWE Hall of Famer Lita comes out and joins Becky, and WWE Hall of Famer Lita and Becky challenge Dakota Kai and Io Sky, the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, to a match for those titles, and it gets granted for next week. Bayley says they accept on their behalf. They didn't even get a chance to speak. Bailey just spoke for them. Wonder what that'll lead to. We'll find out next week. I can't wait. Then Candice LeRae, who is the wife of I think it's Montez Ford, who's the wife of Montez Ford, um, basically gave an update, basically saying that he will be back. And then Nikki Cross shows up and whispers that she has no friends and she wants Candice to be her friend, which is pretty desperate. Pretty desperate move there, Nikki. Okay. Then we have literally one of the most dominating matches of the night. Chad Gable versus Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed is 300 plus pounds of just destruction. Chad Gable is, well, a nerd. Olympic gold medalist, but in my opinion, he sounds like a nerd. Shoosh is his famous line. Shoosh, please. So, how did this go? About as well as you'd expect. Bronson Reed destroyed Chad Gable. Where was Chad Gable's tag team partner Otis? The big guy? He was looking at a maximum. He was looking at a model. Infatuated with a model. So that happened. Then the next thing that, because I think I did flip it because I got distracted by something else. I flipped it over to another channel. So I think I missed some things on my end. Oops. Then Elias came out and said, "Who wants to challenge me for WrestleMania?" The unfortunate thing for Elias, a very pissed off Bobby Lashley came out, locked in a submission hold, and made Elias tap out. Why was Bobby mad? Because Brock Lesnar kicked him in the balls on Saturday, and Bobby Lashley was pissed. So Elias became the sacrificial musician for Bobby Lashley's rage. Then we get to then we get to the main event of the night. Austin Theory versus Edge. Austin Theory, if you don't know, is perhaps one of the most well done, arrogant superstars I've ever met. He is an arrogant, arrogant little jerkwad who basically feels that he is the greatest. He will never, ever lose a title. He'll never, ever lose the U.S. Championship. Bold claim, but everyone loses it eventually. Even Roman Reigns will lose his title eventually. Shocking, I know. So he issued an open challenge. Does anybody want to challenge for my U.S. title on Monday? Respect it. The WWE Hall of Famer Edge came out and said, "Yeah, I'll take you on." So we get Edge and um, Austin Theory, and God, ladies and gentlemen, I honestly think that was a match for the night. Why? Because it felt like how I felt in Montreal when I was watching the WWE Universal Championship. Pinfall attempt after pinfall attempt after pinfall attempt after pinfall attempt after pinfall attempt. Counts 1, 2, oh! 1, 2, oh! The absolute, just the speed, the phonetic storytelling, the greatness. Oh my God, it was fantastic. And then Finn Balor came out, who lost to Edge and Edge's wife on Saturday. Finn Balor came out, and Finn Balor gave Edge 3 coups de grace, which is, I think, some flying knee thing from the top rope, 3 times to end the show. Great match, great night, but that's how you end the show? Ah, oh, Oh my god, it was terrible. But yeah, so that's what happened on Monday Night Raw. Last night, February 20th, 2023. I have been Tyler, and if you've stuck around to this end of the video, I'd like to thank you personally. Please hit that subscribe button because I plan on doing more content like this, more television related content in the future. Thank you so much for having a wonderful day, and I hope you do have a wonderful day.